Now we're going to take a look at the charge slip screen. So this is where you would click on charge slips, and then you'll come over here to the funnel, and the best thing to do is just hit reset and just start from scratch. Okay, now what we're going to do is click last 2 months, leave this as not signed. Then you're going to unselect everybody, and then you're going to come down and find your notes that need to be completed. So right now I'm just going to do everybody that I need, that who I signed for. And you want to click no charge slip and no documentation found and hit apply. Okay, so you can sort these by date if you want. You can sort them by provider. You can sort them by the title. And you can, decide how you want to do that. I'm going to sort them by the date because we have a timely filing clause in our contracts. And so if we don't have stuff, charge slips that are signed 3 weeks from the date of the session, then we might not get paid for it. So it's really important to get your notes done. And you cannot create a charge slip until your note is completed. And so if you get behind on your notes, then it's a real bummer because you're not going to get paid until you get your notes done. So please let us know if you're having trouble getting your notes done. I'm happy to help. But you can't make the charge slips until the notes are completed. So let's go down here. Let's find a really old one. Okay, here we go. This is a person. Yeah, this is my note. There's no documentation from this. So let me first, this is important to know. So over here on the dashboard, these are, the not signed means somebody has created a charge slip and they haven't signed it. They're waiting for me to check it out. This is common with newer clinicians because I want to make sure that you're not underbilling, that you're billing or overbilling, that you're billing the correct code. So that's important. And so after I feel like you've got a good hang of it, then I will let you sign your own charge slips. But until then, I like to look at them, check them out. So that's what we got going here. We got 5 of those. Here, this means there are notes that have been created and signed, but nobody's done a charge slip or created and saved. So let's look at this one. This one's kind of old. Okay, this here is a follow-up session, and it looks like it might be ready for me to sign it. See here. Look at all the different things. And here we go. I have a feeling this is going to work out. I'm going to be able to... Okay, the only thing that isn't on here is the diagnosis and the severity. So since this is a week old, I am going to go ahead and try to figure out what to sign. So I'll do that. I'm just going to do PTSD. This is a 60-minute session, so I can click here, 90837. And I remember over here on the interactive complexity that Isa wrote a bunch of stuff in there. So that means I can also click 90785. Then I'm going to hit copy, save it. Okay, the next session is for October 8th. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to click sign. And when this happens, it's going to automatically create a charge slip that matches the note because we entered that information in. That's where we hit copy and save. So we hit sign, and this is done. Now this will automatically fall off of that part of the dashboard. That will no longer be in here. So that's an example of what something looks like that is in here. There's been a note created and saved, but there's no charge slip. Okay. Now down here, these are the ones where there's no documentation found. So these are the ones that need attention. And that means there's been no note and there has been no charge slip. And so let's take a look at one from a random one here. Let's do this one from, well, that's only 2 days ago. Let's do this one. Okay. So sometimes I go through here and I try to figure out, do I think this session has happened? It looks like therapy 60. So there's no note and there's no charge slip. If I go to scheduler and I go over here to the provider view and I go to 9 September, I go to the 24th. The way I can find that missing documentation here is I can come over here to the charge slip and I can sort it. Okay, so if there is a session that's canceled or no-showed, it doesn't need a note or a charge slip. But this one right here is, this is for my group. He was not here. So I need to click no show here. And yes, he needs to be no show. So the people that are going to end up on that list that is over here, they should be checked in. So let's go see if we can find Erica Foray for the 24th. Let me see here. Let me see. I can sort this by the patient name. With an F. Okay, so see, whenever it looks like this, where the patient hasn't been checked in, I have no idea if this showed up, if this person showed up for session. And so often what I will do is I'll go back over here and open up the patient's chart. This message is going to go to Bahia because Bahia is the therapist. And I usually say, did this session happen? If so, please complete documentation or cancel no show. Okay. And so it's important for you all to know that checking people in and out is important because if you don't do that, we have no way of tracking it. And if there is somebody who ends up on this list, it takes me 5 minutes for each person. There's 72 people down here. And it takes me about 5 minutes to investigate whether or not the person showed up, go to the scheduler, try to figure it out, and then send a message. So please stay on top of your notes, stay on top of your scheduler. Try to make sure that you don't have anything down here. And if you have any questions or you get behind on your notes, let me know and I will help you.